The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim has been out for almost 11 years. This November 11th, it will be 11 years since Skyrim came out. And fans back then in 2016, I think, after Fallout 4's final DLC, were wondering, when is the Elder Scrolls coming up? Because people thought the cycle would be Fallout, then Elder Scrolls. And after Skyrim, in 2011, Bethesda's big title at the time was Fallout 4.
Which fans thought after Fallout 4 they would be going back to Elder Scrolls for Elder Scrolls 6, but Todd Howard in 2016 said that he couldn't say much, but he said, we don't have the technology ready, so fans would have to keep playing the waiting game. In 2016, Bethesda would announce a Skyrim Special Edition remastered coming, which a lot of people wanted. Then over the years, Bethesda would launch Skyrim Nintendo Switch Edition, Skyrim VR, and people were getting upset. Bethesda would also come up with the creation of content for Fallout 4 and Skyrim. Anyway, we all know what happened, but Elder Scrolls 6 is years away, and Bethesda's main title right now that they're working on, have the entire team working on, is Starfield. And I'm pretty sure once it launches, Bethesda's going to want to support that game for a year or two of DLC and Creation Club content. So, don't expect Elder Scrolls 6 anytime soon, people. Like, Bethesda wants to, and Todd Howard want to try something new with Starfield, and I'm actually pretty excited for Starfield, but I'm not getting my hopes way too up after how Bethesda's done recently with games like Fallout 76. So my expectations are in the middle. But anyway, when Starfield was announced, a lot of Elder Scrolls fans were pretty upset that even though they did show the teaser trailer, the announcement trailer at 6 was happening, a lot of people were upset that Elder Scrolls 6 was still going to be years away. And Skyrim, we all know, came to PS5 and Series X, and Nintendo Switch got a second Skyrim port. But yeah, people want to move on from Skyrim, but it won't be anytime soon. But I know I delayed the topic of this video, but the question is, where's Elder Scrolls 6 going to take place? The answer is, none of us know, but where I would want Elder Scrolls 6 to take place, but first, let's look at all the games where every Elder Scrolls game has taken place. Even though Skyrim was my first Elder Scrolls game, I did end up doing my research and worrying about where each Elder Scrolls game took place, and here's a map of all the games. We all know Elder Scrolls Online is set 1,000 years before Skyrim, and is explore entire Tamriel, but that's an online game. When you look at the map, Elder Scrolls has taken place in 5, which we all know is Skyrim, 4, Oblivion, but Oblivion's the gates of hell, but we call it Cyrodiil. 3 was set in Morrowind, and DLC was set on Solstheim in the Blood Moon. Daggerfall was set in a bit of High Rock, and Chidoki, and a little bit of Hammerfell. And the Travels was set in a little bit of Black March, and the other one, I can't pronounce it, that starts with a T, is set in a little tiny dot of Morrowind. And where I think it's going to take place in, I think Elder Scrolls 6 is going to take place in Hammerfell if it starts off as only a one location. I would like the whole Tamriel map at launch, because Xbox Series X, if it's going to be an Xbox only console exclusive for Xbox and PC, I'm pretty sure the Series X would have the power to have an entire map of Tamriel and all its locations. But I think it's going to be Hammerfell. I think we're going to get to explore the full area of Hammerfell, and I know this was leaked and rumored a long time ago, almost 10 years ago. My damn time's gone by. But I remember near the end of the PS3 and 360 era when Bethesda was still supporting Skyrim for PS3 and 360, and they released all the 3 DLCs finally for the PS3 at that time. There was a trademarked thing called Redguard, and it was leaked and rumored that Skyrim was supposed to get a fourth DLC at the time, like a big, major DLC. It was supposed to be called Redguard, and people speculated that we were going to Hammerfell, but we all know Bethesda announced they were done making big DLCs to Skyrim in 2013. So that's where I think it will take place. And plus, in the Elder Scrolls 6 teaser trailer, it looked like a land filled up mountains, deserts in that trailer, but we don't know. But I think it's time. What I mean when it's time, I mean it's time for Hammerfell to be the location if it's one location, and when Bethesda goes into full production. And I want Hammerfell because I've been to Skyrim for 3 generations of consoles and a, like a bit of Morrowind with the Solstheim Dragonborn DLC for 3 console generations. I'm sure veteran players want a new location. As much as it would be cool to go to Cyrodiil and Morrowind, I think the most thing is people want Hammerfell, and I don't think Bethesda is going to let that trademark if it was real go to waste. Anyway, where do you want Elder Scrolls 6 to be? Where do you think it's going to be set? I know one thing.
When GTA 6 is officially finally announced by Rockstar and released, it will most likely come out before Elder Scrolls 6. That once GTA 6 releases, Elder Scrolls 6 will be the next most anticipated video game sequel that we've been waiting for a long